convenient and consistent for your people. You know, I hear people say, well, how come some churches have 3,000 orders and we only have 30? And I say, well, how many menus are you putting out? You can't put out 25 menus and want 3,000 orders. Do you agree with me? You cannot do that. If you want 3,000 orders, you better be putting out about 5,000 menus. At least. I mean, you've got to get the menus out. If you want your orders to increase, you must get the menus into the community. Our first month, we had about 32 or 34 orders, I think it was, at our church. And then the second month, we was right around 300. Then I think we hit a 600 month right in there, and then we went up to 1,000. But within our first 3 or 4 months, we was right at 1,000. That's where we were. And then what I did after that, because we have a small church, similar to this church, similar to a lot of churches that we go to. And people think we have this big, huge mega church. I was just talking to my assistants the other day, and I said, you know, we've been in the top 10 since we've been doing this. Every single month. And sure, our numbers were large at the beginning, and what I did is I started to work with other churches. Because what's really strange for me personally, I see how God has placed me where He's wanted me, because He gave me this little brief saying years ago, and I believe that God gave me this. He said that it's not about me building my empire. It's about building His kingdom. And that holds so true to me. It's not about my little empire. And it's about helping build God's kingdom. And that's what I do now. I have a great concern about building your ministry. I have a great concern about bringing people into your churches. And that's my heart. I mean, and that's how God's positioned me. I couldn't even have positioned me how God's positioned me. And that's how I know He's called me to do it. I have a great concern about building your ministry. And I believe this is the most powerful, non-threatening tool ever to hit the earth. I've never seen anything that brings people into our churches. I mean, we can fast and pray and fast and pray and fast and pray, and the people aren't coming. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. If you pass these menus out, you're going to have people coming into your church. It's just a matter of what you're going to do with them once they get to your church. It's how they're going to receive you. It's if they're going to be committed or not. But I'm going to tell you, this menu will bring people to this ministry. We hand out a CD every month. We call it a message of the month. So one message that I preach throughout the month, we have a lady in our church, that's all she does is burn the CDs. And we put one in every box of food. We used to do a letter I'd write a month and put it in there. You could put your bulletins in there. A lot of churches just slip their church bulletin in every box of food. So never lose sight of what angel food is all about. Angel food, to me, is a great non-threatening evangelistic tool. That's what it is. Now, sure, do we feed the people? Absolutely. But to me, I want to see people brought to Jesus. I want to see people being brought into the local churches. And this is the greatest way to do it.